All right, so for this deep dive, we're going to be talking about something I think a lot of people can relate to in some way.
Okay.
And that's saying goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
Not just like a casual see you later, but like saying goodbye to something that's been such a huge part of your life for so long.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, we're not just talking about any kind of goodbye. We're talking about the farewell of a legend.
Right.
Roger Federer.
Hey, yes, the tennis great.
Exactly. And, this isn't just for tennis fans.
No, not at all.
I mean, we're talking about someone who's been at the top of their game for what feels like forever.
Decades, right?
Yeah, decades. And when someone like that decides to step away, it's kind of like a whole era comes to an end.
It really is.
And you know what's really cool is that there's this amazing documentary that takes us right into the heart of that farewell.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's called Federer, 12 Final Days. Directed by Asif, Kapadia, and Joe Sabia.
I don't think I've heard of that one.
Well, it's on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
And it basically chronicles the last 12 days leading up to Federer's retirement match at the 2022 Laver Cup.
Okay, so like a real intimate look at his final moments as a pro player.
Exactly. And that's what I think makes this film so special.
You've seen it.
Yeah. And it's not just your typical sports documentary, with all the highlight reels and all.
Right.
It's so much more personal than that.
Oh, wow. So what is it about then?
What really struck me is how the film captures like the raw emotion of it all.
The emotion.
Yeah, like you see Federer not just as this tennis superstar, but as a human being,
Okay.
You see his vulnerability, his doubts, and like the weight of all those expectations he's carried for so long.
Oh, I see.
And then there's all this behind-the-scenes footage, like moments with his family, his team, and even his rivals.
His rivals? You mean like Nadal and Djokovic?
Yeah, exactly. Like you see them interacting not as competitors, but as friends who have shared this incredible journey together.
Wow, that's got to be pretty special to see.
Oh, and I think that's what makes this documentary so powerful. It shows that even at the highest level of competition, there's this deep respect and camaraderie.
Right.
Like in one scene, Federer is practicing for his final match, and you see him hitting those signature backhands. The ones that made him famous.
Mm-hmm.
But there's this look in his eyes, like a hint of sadness, almost like he's savoring every moment knowing it's coming to an end.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And it just made me think about all those things we pour our hearts into, whether it's sports music or whatever.
Yeah.
And how bittersweet it is to say goodbye to those things.
Absolutely. It's like a part of you is letting go.
Exactly. And the film doesn't shy away from those emotions at all. In fact, it embraces them.
So how do they show that, like, what are some of the key moments?
Well, one of the most powerful scenes is definitely the one after Federer's last match. He's playing doubles with Nadal, and they lose. And as they're walking off the court,
Yeah.
Federer just breaks down like he's completely overwhelmed with emotion. And it's not just him. Nadal starts crying too, and you see other tennis legends in the stands, like they're all feeling it.
Yeah, it's like a collective goodbye.
Yeah, exactly. It's like this recognition that an era is truly over, and it's just so raw and powerful.
That gives me chills just thinking about it.
And that's what I think makes this documentary so special. It's not just about the sport itself, it's about the human element behind it.
You're right. It's about passion, dedication, and the complex emotions that come with pursuing something you love for so long.
And having all those other tennis greats in the film, like Djokovic, Murray, even Bjorn Borg, it just adds another layer of depth to it.
Yeah, it's like they're all paying tribute to Federer's legacy.
Exactly. It's like a passing of the torch and a recognition of how much he's impacted the sport.
So it's more than just a film about a tennis player.
Oh, absolutely. It's a film about the human experience, about facing your limits and finding the grace to let go.
Wow, you've really sold me on this. I gotta check it out.
Oh, you definitely should. It's called Federer. 12 Final Days, and it's on Amazon Prime.
Okay, I'll add it to my watch list.
Yeah, you won't regret it. And, while we're on the topic of sports documentaries that really get to you,
Yeah.
I'm curious, are there any others that have really stuck with you? Ones that capture that human element so well?
Let me think about that.
Yeah. And in the meantime, folks, be sure to check out Federer, 12 Final Days. And, if you want to keep the conversation going,
Yeah?
head over to the MovieKaTicket Films Review App. There's always a great discussion happening over there.
Sounds good.
So until next time, keep exploring those powerful stories that remind us what it means to be human.
I will, and I'm looking forward to our next deep dive.
Me too.
All right.
Yes.